I would like to give honor and praise to Yahweh and his son Yahweh Shai, the world ignorantly called God, which is the title. His name is Yahweh and his son's name is Yahweh Shai. And that's a clear depiction of him in the background directly out of the Bible, referencing to Revelations chapter 1, verse 1 through, you can read from 11 on down to 15. Okay? We're looking at background pictures of some vultures, some files that has taken over and are flying out all different parts of the United States, getting ready for their feast. This is amazing how the Most High Yahweh Shai is working. His anger it's just amazing. And those who have eyes can see, those who have ears can hear. Because these people are such engrossed darkness that they think that's just for them relocating and all this old folly that's coming out of their mouth. Have no idea what they're talking about. Okay? Because this is a careless city. I'm going to start off with the book of Revelations, chapter 19, and I'm going to read verse 17. Okay? And I saw an angel standing in the sun, and he cried with a loud voice, saying to all the fowls that fly in the midst of heaven, come and gather yourselves together. Excuse me, Salaki. Unto the supper of the great God. Okay? Let's continue. Let's go to the book of Deuteronomy. Matter of fact, I'm going to read that again. The book of Revelations, chapter 19, verse 17. And I saw an angel standing in the sun and cried with a loud voice, saying to all the fowls that fly in the midst of heaven, come and gather yourselves together unto the supper of the great God. So you see this gathering, and I'm going to play the video, and then I'm going to continue with some more precepts, some more verses out of the Bible. Here we go.
Well, this looks like a scene from an Alfred Hitchcock movie, The Birds. Hundreds of vultures have invaded a Central Florida neighborhood. The big birds are causing thousands of dollars in damage to homes and cars.
People who live in the community also fear the vultures could pose a health risk to their families. News 6 investigator Mike DeForest joins us live from Tudor Grove at Timber Springs. That's in East Orange County. So, Mike, do we know how many vultures are even out there?
Well, Lisa, the numbers of birds fluctuate throughout the day. One homeowner estimates there's about 200 or 300 at times. You can see right now there's about a dozen or so along the banks of this pond here. Now look across the pond and you can see a couple more dozen just sitting on top of the houses. Even more vultures around the corner from where we're standing. Some believe the Homeowners Association should hire a wildlife removal company to humanely try to relocate these vultures. But the HOA president tells me that's not the HOA's responsibility.
We get woken up really early in the morning because we're listening to birds land and take off on our roof.
Sounds like there's rocks being dropped on our rooftop.
Until recently, vultures rarely visited this neighborhood, according to longtime homeowners Leslie and Andrew Wright.
It was non-existent when we moved in.
But starting about a year ago, these vultures began filling the skies over their community.
You come out and you're making your first cup of coffee, and there's birds everywhere, and you're like, oh my God. And then you come home at night after you get done with a 10-hour, 12-hour day at work, and you're like, oh God, they're here again.
The couple believes new development in East Orange County has pushed the migratory birds from their previous homes. Now, hundreds of vultures are roosting here and making a mess.
They regurgitated everywhere. They pooped everywhere.
The Wrights have spent more than $1,000 repairing screens on their pool enclosure, only for the vultures to tear it apart again with their sharp talons.
They bite the weather stripping on your car and scratch the roof of your car.
Vultures are federally protected, so it's illegal to kill or capture them without a permit. Many wildlife removal experts prefer to humanely scare vultures away using decoy birds like owls and hawks. Vultures also avoid shiny objects such as this reflector tape.
We just want the birds relocated.
Hoping to get results for their community, the Wrights contacted a wildlife removal company that offered to set up those vulture deterrents. The cost, about $1,000. The couple say they forwarded the proposal to their homeowners association, but the HOA has refused to pay for it.
We don't understand why the HOA can't help us, or at least lend a hand in trying to eradicate the birds from the common area.
The president of the Tudor Grove at Timber Springs HOA tells News 6, "We certainly sympathize with the homeowners. However, after researching vulture deterrent methods, we learned that such efforts were not a guaranteed solution." Also, the HOA's attorney advised the board that the responsibility for remedying the problem lay with the individually affected homeowners and not with the association. Now,
Okay, I'm going to continue to read. Man, these plagues are, wow. You know, Esau make a move, Yahushua make a move too. Esau make another move, Yahushua make another move. Okay? So that's what's going on. You see, because our dead bodies, and when I say dead bodies spiritually, okay, now are awakening to who we are. Because these liars and thieves and murderers has caused us to go astray and scattered the sheep. Also these coons. That's what I said. Some of our own people, which they continue to do so. But I'm going to read. I don't want to get off topic. The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 26. And thy carcasses shall be meat unto all the fowls of the air, and unto the beast of the earth, and no man shall fray them away. So guess what? Esau, no matter what you try to do to try to move the birds, relocate them, scare them away, put this aluminum, whatever, you can't do it, Esau. You can't do it, Mr. White Man. It's you got to give it up, baby. And I know you going out with a fight. You going out with a fight, Esau, but you gonna lose. Let's see who carcasses. The book of Revelations, I'm going to continue. Chapter 19, I'm going to read verse 18. That ye may eat the flesh of the kings, and the flesh of the captains, and the flesh of the mighty men, and the flesh of their horses, and of them that sit on them, and the flesh of all men, both free and bond, both small and great. Okay? So, guess what? That's a horrible way to die. To be dead. That's a statement. Because, like, this is an almond that's going on in America. And this is a warning to let the people know those birds that they're looking at is going to be eating their carcasses, man. Period. Okay, those 2/3, man. Y'all, man, wow, man. And then, they just promoting this pandemic. Okay, this track scene, that's what I call it. I call it a track scene because that's what it's going to evolve with. Once they give you that jab, okay, they're going to be able to track you once they put that FRID chip in your hands. Either one, or in your head. Either one. Elon Musk. Okay, go do your research. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 16, and I'm going to read verse 3 and verse 4, and it says, "For thus is the Lord concerning the sons and concerning the daughters that are born in this place, and concerning their mothers that bear them, and concerning their fathers that begot them in this land." Verse 4, "They shall die a grievous deaths. They shall not be lamented, neither shall they be buried, but they shall be as dung upon the face of the earth, and they shall be consumed by the sword and by famine, and their carcasses shall be meat for the fowls of heaven and for the beast of the earth." I'm going to read one more verse and I'm going to end it. Okay? Because this is not a game. This is not a game. Okay? So every time Esau make a move, guess what? The Most High make a move. And you can't beat his moves, Esau. You're going down. And all their elites are going ducking and hiding in their caves. Okay? They're going in their bunkers. All right? That's where they already have started to pursue in their underground bunkers, in their underground caves in the water. Okay? In the Most High, Jeremiah 16:16. Okay? All right? Revelation 16 and 4, but I don't want to go there. Let me make sure. Because, Revelation chapter 16. Because I said something and I gotta prove all things. The book of Revelations. Okay. Chapter 16. Let's see. Make sure that I got that right. Because sometimes I have so many precepts in my head. All right. Let me excuse me, Salakia, be patient. Please, who have patience is a good thing. All right. Let's see here. Oh boy, let's see. Excuse me, Salakia. Okay, what's going on? I can't seem to come directly into it. I'll find that right away. So I'll disregard that one. Okay? But I want to get this in Zephaniah. Let's go to Zephaniah. Okay, so Salakia on that. Because I can go to, matter of fact, you know what? I'll just go to Jeremiah 16:16 because of what I said about them fleeing. 16:16 Jeremiah. "Behold, I will send for many fishers, said the Lord, and they shall fish them. And after I will send for many hunters, and they shall hunt them from every mountain and from every hill and out of the holes of the rocks." Okay? So that's when I mentioned about Revelations, and that's Revelations 6 and 16. That's what I had that backwards. Excuse me, Salakia, for you great listeners who have patience. And as a matter of fact, I'm just going to read it. Revelation chapter 6 and verse 16. Or I'll start at 15. "And the kings of the earth, and the great men, and the rich men, And the chief captains and the mighty men and every bondman and every free man hid themselves in the dens and the rocks of the mountains. Okay? So those who gonna think that they're gonna escape, okay? Because we're talking about the elites, the military that's in these bunkers that have the money to provide themselves a safe, they thinking is going to be a safe haven, okay, for them to hide themselves from these vultures after the attack, after America come down, okay, in like a flood against Israel, okay, because all of a sudden they care now about your health, which is ridiculous. Okay, never cared about the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians and their health. But all of a sudden now they want to put you first, which you're last to be hired and first to be fired. But now they want to put you first for this pandemic. But guess what? These vultures are going to get you, Esau. And you 2/3. Okay? That's what I said. Okay, but let's end it with the book of, I said Zephaniah, chapter 2 and verse 15. Salakia. Zephaniah, and be patient because I'm just a poor man. You know, I don't have all the technology set up. So I'm doing this for what I have. You know, so those who have ears can hear. Those who have eyes can see. Okay? I'm doing the best I can with what I have. This is the book of Zephaniah chapter 2 and verse 15. This is the rejoicing city that dwelleth carelessly. Okay? So that's why all these this pandemic, okay? And all these plagues are coming up on Idumea, all right, in this wicked city, Babylon the Great, okay? This is why all this is going on, man, okay? You know, as we awaken and stand up, more plagues are going to cover Babylon the Great, which is the United States of America, because it's falling. It's a Titanic ship that's going down. All right? And they still trying to save her. You can't save Babylon, buddy. Okay? It's a careless city because you got gays. That's what I said. The letter community. How about that? Man on man, woman on woman, horse on horse, whatever. You can marry a dog, cat, cow. Come on, man. This is sick. It's sick. And then it influenced the rest of the world and it's filthy. Okay? That said in her heart, I am, and there is none beside me. How is she become a desolation, a place for beasts to lie down in? Everyone that passeth by her shall hiss and wag his hand. Okay? So I want to thank the ICAM out there teaching and preaching throughout the earth. All right? Risking their lives and freedom to do so. The elders. I just want to say the water. All right? And I'm going to end it there and say shalom.